Ola. If you hear any noises outside, that's like the storm. There's a storm. It's like they're killing people. I washed my hair just to put it up. Okay. I read the Metamorphosis. Okay. I read the Metamorphosis. My voice is weird today. I don't know why. I have 2 cups of coffee. Maybe that's why. Opinions on it. I thought it was really sad. Like, it made me cry. Like, the last 2 pages, I actually cried. Or 3 pages. 3 pages before the end. I don't know. Before he dies. Spoilers for the fucking book. Before he dies, it was really sad. End of thought. I don't remember. Like, right now, in this moment, I don't remember. But this is like a book review and analysis, so I have to review, right? And I have to analyze my review and the story. They said if he was still in there, if that was indeed my brother, he wouldn't be here. He would have left because he would have known that we weren't going to put up with this. That can't be him, because if he was still in there, he would have known that we're not taking care of him. If he was still in there, he would have left. That's a really fucked up thing to say. I know it's not still. I know he's not in there, because if he was in there, he would have left. He would have known we couldn't care for him. And he would have made it easier on all of us and died in the street. So, that's not my brother. That's a bug. Like, Jesus. I never so much happier without him. I don't know. I just feel like there's nothing I can say that other people didn't already say. Other than it made me cry. And it was, like, relatable. That, like, everyone's happier. His family, whom he is living with, is happier after he, fucking dies. Because he becomes disabled and then a burden on them. And I'm a burden on my fucking family. And it's like, I get it. You know, okay, before I read it, I did think that it was kind of like a simplistic metaphor, and kind of like high school, I don't know. And then I read it, and my opinion changed. I feel like it's a lot more complex than I give it credit for. The story, the writing. I mean, the writing is simplistic, but there's a lot in there. There's a lot of substance in those simplistic words. Unlike Moby Dick, the book I love to bring up because I hate it so much. They use fancy words, but the writing is terrible. And it's just one metaphor. One. There's no other content in there. There's nothing else to be gotten. It's a wheel. He's chasing it. The wheel can represent anything that you want and chase. And it sucks. The Metamorphosis there's like a million things in there you could read, and there's a million things that I feel like he talks about. And after that, I read the short story The Hunger Artist, also by Kafka, and even in that little like 4-page story or something, I was having the same feelings, that it's like this one story about this one person's life, and they're shit that they're dealing with, but there's so much you could read into it. There's like so many different aspects. I'm bad at communicating this because I don't really know the words that I meant to use to explain what I mean. Because it's not metaphor, it's not all metaphor. It just has to be another word. Syntax, context, implication. I don't know. And the Hunger Artist, I feel like I have to write down my opinions on that. And I also probably have to write like an essay about the Metamorphosis to actually understand my own opinion, because I'm bad at talking and thinking, and I have to write everything down to keep track of it. Oh, where's my journal? Give me a minute here. Maybe I wrote something down. God, my handwriting got messed up. The Metamorphosis made me cry. If he was still in here, he would have not expected us to care for him. How can we live with such a creature? He could not work and provide for the family, so they did not see him as worthy of being human. That's about all I wrote. Yeah. I too am an insect. I feel like me and Kafka have a lot in common. Except I'm gorgeous. And I eat croissants and coffee on camera. And he wishes. He wishes. And The Hunger Artist is about a guy who fasts in a cage, and for money, or people look at him. It's like how he makes a living, but I don't know if he gets paid for it. I think he just gets to live in the cage. And it's not as if he's buying food, you know? And it's like, this is his passion in life, and he's willing to fast forever, and he hates whenever people think that he is faking his fasts, and he hates whenever people think that it's difficult what he does, because it's actually really, really easy what he does. And he, it's like this trend of hunger artists. I don't know if it's a real thing, but in the story, I mean, obviously it's a real thing. There's those cults, breatharianism, where it's like you don't eat, but they fake it. The guy in the story, he wasn't faking it, and he got mad that people weren't like watching him correctly, and then like the fad of being a hunger artist died out, and he went to go work for a circus, and the people at the circus just like looked at him for a few seconds and then left, and then they forgot that he was in there because he became like so small and skeletal that they couldn't see him. He was like underneath a pile of straw. And they asked him, what, I don't know, why is being a hunger artist easy or something like that, and he says, because I never found food that I liked. If I found food that I liked, I would have eaten it. So bro was just like depressed and wanted people to watch him suffer, but it's really that's what I mean. It's like really, really like complicated analogy to be made from that, and I have to like, I think I have to like start like writing out a whole fucking essay on the short story The Hunger Artist, because there's a lot to be got from it, but I just can't verbalize it right now. A lot about him wanting people to watch him suffer, to see how like easy it is, and he was, and other stuff, I don't know. Yeah. I washed my hair so that I could have it down, but it looked weird, you know? So I put it up. You can see that I put it up, but it's like... How are we feeling this brown jacket? I feel like it's kind of cute. Like, I feel like brown isn't a good color for me, but it's dark without being so dark that it makes my skin look weird, and it's like really soft. Let's do a little sketchbook tour because I've been drawing in my tiny little sketchbook, and I drew a portrait of myself that's like really fucked up, and I hate it. And there's another one it was really. I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you. Dog, Miley sleeping. You've seen these. Miley sleeping. Should I turn it brighter or off? Okay. Miley sleeping. Miley sleeping. Miley sleeping. Stars. Ear. Me, but horrible. Me, but horrible, but better. The cat sleeping. Tony. She's in a really complicated position. Miley sleeping. Star. Star. Star again. Not sleeping. She was staring at me and she kept moving around. Miley sleeping. This one was really good. Okay, listen. I know how it looks. It was really good, and then I tried to like I did in the shadows, even though I shouldn't have added in the shadows, and then it looked really bad because the pencil I was using was really dark, so I couldn't get like different tones, and it was just kind of a smudge. So I had to like erase everything and then like redo it really, really dark to make it stand out from the smudge. So it's kind of weird, but it was really good for like 5 minutes. It still looks like me though. If I'm looking in the mirror and my hair is done, I'm going like this. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like this one. This is nothing, and you know, also not that good. Ugh, I really wish the one that I really wish this one didn't get so fucked up. Anyway, all I have is this 6B pencil, which I love. I keep looking in every like store I go into. I look for a pack of 8B, 6B pencils. I know you can get them because I went into a room in my high school that was an art room but wasn't being used like that whole year. And I went into the storage. So it was just like a spare art room where like you could like go in there and work on your project, kind of a thing. And I went into the storage closet and I found a whole fucking thing, like box of little packs of 8B pencils. I was in heaven. I haven't been able to find them anywhere. I'm pretty sure I have. This was like 10 years ago. Well, I'm not looking for them, but I'm pretty sure I have some of the pencils still, and they're like down to a little nub. Can I still use them if I find them? Because it's like all you need is one 6 to 8B pencil and nothing else. They're so smooth, you know? And they're so dark. 6B. not HB. I think this one is from a pack of regular drawing pencils. It's like I can't find the packs of just the 6B or 8B pencils. Sorry, I'm making gross mouth noises because I'm eating. So I have to buy like a whole pack of pencils. And I can get them online if I look. Actually, there's a really old art store in my town that I should check out. But I have it in my head that they're overpriced and I'm scared to go in there because I feel like people I know or people I used to know would shop there. And I don't want to bump into anybody. I haven't been in there in like 10 years. So it would be weird. And it's like in town, you know, I'd have to walk all the way there. Walk 10 minutes in town. Excuse me. Do you have anything else I want to talk about? I feel like I do, but I can't remember what it is. I had a whole baguette yesterday, and not like a baguette, like one of those really, really long ones. I hollowed it out and I filled it with cheese, and I ate the whole thing. I hope you don't think less of me for being hungry. I had most of it as bread, cause I was lying watching TV. I was watching American Dad, and I was just lying like this, watching American Dad, like slowly eating this entire baguette. And then when I got to the halfway point, I thought I can fill it with cheese. So I went and I filled it with cheese. And it was really good. I don't usually even like cheese. I feel like nobody else really like talks about whenever you eat really disgusting things. Because sometimes you have days where you're like, I'm gonna eat really disgusting things. I'm gonna eat a whole sleeve of Pringles in one sitting. I feel like everyone does it, but no one really talks about it. Well, some people do, obviously. Maybe not maybe everyone doesn't do it. Most people have to, right? For just like one day you'll just eat something gross, like you'll go buy a whole fucking cake and you'll eat the whole cake. You know? And then whenever things like that become a habit, that's whenever you start to become morbidly obese. That's how morbidly obese people start to get addicted to overeating like that. I feel more sorry for people who like grew up thin and then became obese, rather than the people who were raised as like fat babies and fat children. I mean, I do feel bad for them, but I feel like what has to happen in your life for you to become morbidly obese after like a whole regular sized childhood? I don't know, I just knew this girl because I always felt kind of like fat as a kid, like a 6-year-old. And there were all these other girls, and I thought they were like thin. Like for some reason, I categorized them in my head as like thin and athletic because they were always like running around and like doing flips and shit. I was like, how the fuck are they doing flips? My bones hurt. I'm 6 years old and I got like osteoporosis. I didn't. It felt like it though. My bones hurt, dog. I think it's my circulation. I think my heart's going to give out in like 3 years. I've been waiting for it since I was in high school for like to have like a heart attack or a stroke or something. My heart's going to give out. Stroke is the brain, right? But it's still like blood flow things. I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like this part of my face kind of goes numb or has like a spasm, and I'm like, here it comes, a stroke. But I think it's just like my neck muscles twitching or something. Anyway. Anyway, I knew this girl in primary school who I saw in my mind as like one of the athletic girls that I was kind of like jealous of because I wanted to be doing flips. And then in high school, she was like morbidly obese and had to go to these like meetings about it and stuff. because her weight was dangerous. And what happened in her life? I mean, I've been overweight, and I was like really like depressed, and life got really weird after I left high school. So I put on a lot of weight in that 1 year, and then I was like, fuck, everything sucks when you're fat. Everything sucks. Clothes suck, walking sucks, breathing sucks, sleeping sucks, eating sucks, showering takes longer because you got more skin, looking at yourself in photos, it's worse. Everything's kind of worse. Even like the slight like I don't know, like the way your clothes fit is like a huge one for me. And whenever you like sit down or just move, like whenever I gain like 3 pounds, I can feel it on my body because everything feels like very, very, very slightly worse by like 0.5%. I could feel it around my midsection. And it sucks to be, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just rambling on because I just wanted to fill some time. I just wanted to fill some time. And there's a storm outside and everyone's going fucking crazy for it because every time there's a storm warning, everyone goes to the fucking grocery store and buys supplies, and then it's like the storm is gone by the next day because it's always just some wind. It's always just some wind. Like, we live in town, we don't live in the rural areas. Maybe if you live in a rural area, there's more wind because there's less like wind resistance from like the buildings and stuff, and maybe there's flooding. Don't live near a river because it will flood, and everything that's really muddy and gross and shit like that. And if you have like farm animals, then yeah, it's a huge fucking deal. But if you live in town, you're fine. Some tiles of your roof might come off. I wouldn't hang your laundry up outside. I wouldn't go outside. It's rainy and it's windy and you could get hit by something, but it will be gone by tomorrow or in 2 days. All right, just chill. You don't have to buy supplies like the apocalypse is coming. It's always just some wind. Really scary wind that sounds scary whenever you're indoors and you're hearing it whoosh by and you're hearing your roof make noises when you're like laying in bed and you're like, what the hell is happening? It's really scary, yeah, and it's like primal. But you gotta reason with yourself, okay? It's just a little bit of wind. And I'm saying that now, so that means karma's gonna like come back around. I like jinxed it. I'm gonna die in this storm now because I said that. My biggest fear is a flood because of all like news footage of, I think that news footage of Hurricane Katrina as a kid like really fucked me up. And there was this huge, the flood, there was like a tsunami in Japan or something when I was a kid, and I think seeing footage of all those things really made me scared of floods and the house getting swept away, or like being trapped under like a pile of rubble but being alive and being there for days and then like dying there because no one knows that I'm there. Like, nobody's checking, nobody cares. I don't think that's gonna happen. Don't laugh. That's a real fucked up thing to laugh about. Well, you can hear that, right? The wind. I don't know how my dog's gonna take a shit. She can't go out in that, she'll blow away. Maybe I'll put some pads down for her in the bathroom and then like look the other direction. Like, I don't know if she's doing it because she thinks she's gonna get in trouble, and I'm like, babe, you're not gonna get in trouble if you're shitting on the pads. That's what they're there for. But she always like tries to bury it when she ends up the carpet, and it makes it worse. But that's different. She shouldn't be shitting on the carpet in the first place. Etc. Other words that make sense. My brain just stopped working in the middle of that sentence. I don't know if you could tell. crumbs in my mouth. Oh, so how's your day, bitch? I'm gonna make a Patreon, I think. I don't know what really a Patreon even is. And I really want to do YouTube. I make it my primary source. Well, I have no other source of income other than occasionally selling a painting. Don't smile in this lighting. Actually, I'm gonna turn it back down. And I need to make YouTube videos until they get monetized, which they're not gonna get monetized anytime soon, because YouTube makes it more difficult every year, because they hate creators. Not that I create a lot or often. I do, actually. That's way too much. You guys know that I can see the playlists that you put me into, by the way. I can see if you had any of my videos to a playlist, I can see what playlist you put my video in. I don't think I can see. I don't know though, like, God bless perverts, right? I love them. I think they're the only people who watch me. I myself am perverted. Okay, this video's done.